The tribe was sleeping in the dark savanna. The night was silent, too silent. Suddenly the sky exploded with lightning. Dry grass ignited in the distance. For the first time in their lives, they were face to face with fire. Long before humans learned to control fire, the nights of the African savanna were ruled by darkness and uncertainty. Small groups of early humans, vulnerable and exposed, could do little more than gather together and wait for the sun to rise again. On one particular night, nearly 2 million years ago, a tribe rested quietly among the tall grass, unaware that something extraordinary was about to happen. The air had grown heavy, the wind had begun to move through the savanna, and distant thunder echoed across the plains. Suddenly, the sky exploded with a blinding flash of lightning that struck the dry grass not far from their camp. Within seconds, flames began to spread across the ground, rising higher and brighter with every passing moment. For the first time in their lives, these early humans were witnessing a force they did not yet understand: fire. Open loop. For millions of years, fire had been something to fear. It destroyed forests, devoured the land, and forced animals and humans alike to flee in terror. But on this night, something unexpected happened. Instead of simply running away from the flames like they always had, one member of the tribe made a decision that would quietly change the future of humanity forever. Context. Nearly 2 million years ago, early humans lived in a world that was far more dangerous than the one we know today. The African savanna stretched endlessly across the landscape, filled with towering grasses, scattered acacia trees, and countless predators that hunted in the darkness. These early humans had no cities, no advanced tools, and no protection from the forces of nature. When night arrived, the balance of power shifted completely. Lions, hyenas, and other powerful predators began their hunt, moving silently through the grass while human tribes tried to remain hidden and safe. Survival depended on awareness, cooperation, and sometimes pure luck. Every night was a test of endurance, and every dawn was a small victory. The storm. On that night, the environment itself seemed restless. The wind moved harder through the grass, bending the tall plants back and forth while dark storm clouds slowly swallowed the stars above. Thunder rolled across the savanna like distant drums, and the tribe instinctively gathered closer together, crouching low as they waited for the storm to pass. Lightning flashed again and again across the sky, each strike illuminating the landscape for a brief moment before plunging everything back into darkness. Then, in a sudden instant, one powerful bolt struck the ground directly in the dry grassland nearby. The impact ignited the brittle grass, and small flames quickly began spreading outward, dancing across the savanna floor. The discovery. At first, the tribe reacted exactly as they always had. Fire meant danger, and danger meant escape. Several members of the group stepped backward, watching nervously as the flames moved unpredictably across the ground. The crackling sound of burning grass filled the night air while sparks floated upward into the darkness. Yet despite the fear surrounding the flames, one member of the tribe remained still. Instead of retreating, he watched the fire carefully. The movement of the flames fascinated him. The way the light pushed back the darkness, the warmth it created in the cold night air, and the strange energy it seemed to possess all captured his attention. First contact. Slowly, and with extreme caution, he began moving closer to the burning grass. Each step was careful, deliberate, and uncertain. The rest of the tribe watched from behind, unsure of what he intended to do. The flames continued to crackle and move, lighting the savanna with a flickering orange glow. Then the man extended a long wooden branch toward the edge of the fire. For a moment, nothing happened. But then the very tip of the branch suddenly ignited, glowing with a small but powerful flame. Instinctively, he pulled the branch away from the burning grass, holding it out in front of him. The fire had followed the wood. Realization. The tribe stared in stunned silence as the man held the burning branch in his hands. The flame illuminated their faces, casting warm light across their expressions of fear, curiosity, and amazement. For the first time, the darkness that had always surrounded them at night began to retreat. The fire created warmth, light, and something else entirely: protection. Predators that once hunted confidently in the darkness now hesitated to approach the glowing flames. Slowly, cautiously, the rest of the tribe began to move closer, gathering around the small fire as if drawn to its power. They could not possibly understand the full significance of what had just happened. To them, it was simply a strange and powerful force that had appeared in their world. But from that night forward, fire would become something entirely different. It would become a tool, a weapon, a source of warmth, and eventually one of the greatest discoveries in the entire story of human evolution. All because, on one stormy night nearly 2 million years ago, one early human dared to step closer to the flames instead of running away from them.